Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm the Nvida GT, and for today what I have in here is Past Cure. So Past Cure is a game that was developed by the Phantomates, which is the first game they developed, and it is using Unreal Engine 4. So I decided to cover up this game because it seems that this game won some prizes as the best indie game and nominated by Gamescom of one of the best indie games that was shown on Gamescom on 2017. So I was rather interested in trying to cover a little bit about the game and trying to understand and try to show to you what is this game about. Unfortunately, there is not too much of a graphic settings. Let's start with the benchmark sequence. I'm playing this with a native resolution with the low settings, and as it seems this game on the low settings do use the 50% resolution scaling, so basically you are not going to play at your native resolution, and all the settings are set to the minimum, no anti-aliasing, worse textures quality, so every kind of stuff, but you can't really customize in-game all these options. So to customize a little bit the settings of this game, you need to go to the config file of the game. And to do that, you need to go to your Windows Explorer, select the hard disk drive where you have the Windows installed, go to users, this should be users to you, and select your username. In my case, I'm ObscureAngel, that is ObsQ. Search for a folder called app data, it is usually in the hidden folder. Go to local, AMA, HDD2, save it, config Windows Now Editor, and you will find a file called game user settings. You open this file, and this is the settings and how it is displayed for the low settings. So since the beard and the hair of our character is completely messed up, I recommend you to set the anti-aliasing set to 2. This enables TAA. I tried to mess around a little bit with the VSync because the game has forced VSync and cap at 60 frames per second, but apparently I wasn't even able to disable VSync even if I put that on false, which is not the usual thing to happen to me. So and let's now talk about the results with different presets. So with the median settings, I was able to get an average of 25 frames per second, which is it's not really acceptable. With the 50% resolution scaling and with the median settings, I was able to get a little bit of a 30ish FPS, but with drops. If I set too low and use a 78% of resolution scaling, I also get some drops here and there, but not as often as the custom median. And if you want to enjoy a more or less a 60 frames per second experience, I recommend you to use the low presets that the game offers. But if you want to use the TAA solution, you need to go to the config file. But this only applies to the demo. This is where I want to go right now, and that's what I want to talk. I had released a video about Past Cure first for my desktop. I usually do this, I always release my videos first for my desktop and only after to my laptop, unless there is something wrong. But I've done it to my desktop first, and I'm honest that I was a little bit lazy and I didn't deliver the video about the game on the laptop just right away, so I'm delivering a little bit later than the desktop, much more later than the usual, but that was good because as far as it seems I received the comments which from someone that I'm not really sure if it is a developer or not of the game, but the comments seem to look like it was a developer of the game, and the comments were something like this. I really wanted to show you the comments, but unfortunately I don't know the reason why you would do that, but it seems that the comment was erased by the owner. I looked on the spam folder, it's not there, so I think he erased the comment, but I think it was a developer. He really talked like it was a developer of the game, and he was actually defending the game. He was saying some good things, that the demo doesn't include graphical settings, you just have the low, medium, high and ultra, but that the full version of the game will include full sets of graphic options that you can personalize. There will be also better gamepad support. For now, my Xbox One controller works as is the same for my Xbox 360 controller. Both of my Xbox controllers do work, although the key bindings that appear on screen are still the keyboard, so it doesn't tell you that for doing such action you need to press X, Y or RB key. It just shows you the keyboard keys and the mouse and stuff like that, but apparently that will be added also to the full game. And one of my main complaints with this game so far is that the demo version doesn't really show you how the game is. The demo version shows you a nightmare that our character it is living. I'm not really know too much about the history, so I'm not sure how many levels you will face like this. But this is pretty much, who plays this demo will think this is some sort of a Silent Hill-ish game, where you need to collect some items, do some puzzles, run away from some monsters, you can get caught and die, and actually your character has some powers. I think it was pretty good to know that our character has powers and some of sort of these nightmares, and it's a good showcase for the graphics. This game has amazing graphics and makes very good use of the Unreal Engine 4, like you saw at the beginning. The particle system, it was one of the first things to being showcased on the Unreal Engine 4, and no game until today did make use of those particles that I know. Only past year it is the ones that made use of those particles, and I think it's really good and very well implemented. So congratulations for the team to making use of Unreal Engine 4 features. Although, like I was telling you, this demo doesn't seem to showcase well what this game is about. If you go to the YouTube and search a little bit about past year, you will find a lot of shooting. For me, it looked a little bit dull in my opinion, but it is an indie game with a very low budget. It's impressive that they could still make it. Also, that developer on that comment was defending the combat. Of course, it's their own game. It's obviously that they would defend that fighting system, but I find that really strange to the demo. Doesn't add any combat or stuff for us to try, because who tries this demo will think this is a Silent Hill-ish game. They don't know this is a shooter game or anything like it, and the demo might be a good thing for you to have an idea how the game runs and stuff like that. But this demo, let's assume that the game is released now, and some people 1 month after the release gets interested in this game and wants to try the demo because he wants to know what this game is about, how it runs and stuff like that. So he installs the demo, and what he sees in this game, it is that no graphic settings are available, just some presets. The game is locked to 60, something that they are trying to study to include an unlocked frame rate for the full version, and I'm pretty sure they will be able to do it. So, bad gamepad support, and actually showcasing an order sequence instead of a shooting sequence. So, many people will get confused, will think that the full version of the game will be like this, will lack graphic settings, the gamepad support will be bad, and yeah, there are multiple stuff that people will get wrong because of this demo. I like the fact that the developers release demos, but I would love that they could care about their demos the same way that they could care about the full versions, okay, of their games. So I really do hope that this demo gets a patch, or at least they release a new demo that have a little bit more emphasis on the combat, not just on the order sequence of the game, that they showcase the improvements they made, the unlocked frame rate, the graphic settings, the better support for the gamepad, because like I said, whoever is going to try this demo will think that the full version will be like this, okay? So I think that is the main problem for now. I'm very glad that the guy did comment my video, because by commenting they give me a better idea what I can expect from the full game, and it's a shame that he raised that comment, because that is very helpful for most of the users and should give a better idea what users can expect from the final version, and that these bad things about this game will get eventually fixed. So I don't understand why he raised that comment, because that was really some very good information, and that is why I'm communicating this information to you, although take it as a grain of salt since he raised the comment, so there might be a reason for that. But I've been looking around, and at least on its Steam page, it is some information that the gamepad support will get improved, and many other stuff related to some improvements they expect to do in the final version. Although this game was mainly developed for the PS4, and so this is something that should care some users about. It's going to be a port from the PS4. Usually indie games developed first for the PC, but it seems that these guys decided to develop first for the PS4 and then port it to the PC. So far, the frame rate and graphics is not a problem in my opinion. My problem with this game, it is mostly related to stuttering. This game stutters a lot from crossing from room to room. This is something that really happens a lot with many Unreal Engine games, but unfortunately in this game seems to happen a lot with this PC. Although on my desktop it seems that this problem was not so much noticeable, so I'm not really sure what is causing this problem, but I can't really notice. It's a shame that I can't really disable VSync. It's something that I tried to disable on the config file but didn't work. But so far Past Cure seems like a very interesting game, and I do hope to try this game on the release with the improvements that our little friends told us on the YouTube. So I'm very eager to try the full game and see the improvements and communicate to you how the game runs, and also show you a little bit of shooting, something that is not present on this demo. Okay, so guys, thank you a lot for watching. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the video. There is some spoilers, okay, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Right. Time to get out of here. What the hell is she doing?